Tech. You are at Good Samaritan Hospital in Los Angeles, and this is a decontamination area in one of the Sterile Tech on-site processing centers. Your packet, when you receive the piece of equipment, that there are detailed instructions. Push the start switch, get out flow of steam. As you can see, I can do that, and I'm not, in any way injuring myself. So the other thing that's very good to use is on retractors and spreaders, because of the tough challenge we have of cleaning down in between the grooves, and in some of the instances where there'll be rust. So we'll be demonstrating that as well. This is an acetabular reamer, and basically bone. This is used to remount the hip socket, and bone and debris get stuck in there, and it's very difficult to clean. And basically in the past we've just had to do this manually. Even an automated washer has a hard time getting down inside this and really cleaning off this item, and this is an item that the Minimax is good for as well. But basically with an item like this, you just hold that item over the sink. Of the metal debris, actually in water deposits and those types of things that will tend to get on some of our instruments, also become dislodged, and it basically kind of shines up the instrument as well. We have found that the Minimax will remove some of those water stains and those particular types of stains. Because of just a few swipes with the Minimax, we've been able to loosen all of that, as well as it becomes then very, very warm, but it will also dry immediately, so then you don't have rust and other deposits left on there. So you can take the Minimax, and you can also clean the tray if you need to do that through a system. Or basically after this, I would take this system and maybe load it in our automated washer for the final cleaning. But this gets the tough to clean things that even the best automated washer cannot remove. Okay. The next item we're going to be demonstrating is the intermedullary reamer. And again, this is an item that is used to go down the intermedullary canal, so it often gets full of blood and bone and is a very tough item to clean. You might get all of my holes, my 4 holes along the side and the one, all sprayed out clear. And again, I'll just want to test that by using a flux. And I've got a clear spray out. Using a pipe cleaner on the clean side, the processing side, as you insert that, you can obviously tell if there's any debris or anything. And of course, this is a method to test the lumens of items, but you will see that there is obviously no debris left in this section. So the Minimax is excellent for cleaning a power item, and this item is not recommended by the manufacturer to go through an automated washing process or to be submerged for long periods of time. So this is an excellent use. Again, we oftentimes, again, there's water stains and types of stains that aren't necessarily blood, but that can be removed by the Minimax. And especially in this area right down here, oftentimes debris will get there in stains. And so we've shined this up as well as cleaned it up, and our neurosurgeon is going to be very happy with this attachment. And the other thing that we've done is we have not allowed water to stay in this item, therefore having rust build up and mineral build up so that the item can be used with the power attachment. It's very important not to have a lot of water. It's very important to dry as you use items or process items through decontam, so that there isn't excess water buildup. This is a kerosene punch, and as I mentioned before, debris oftentimes gets lodged down in the center of this item, and bone, you'll find bone here. If this plunger is not a free flow from the top to the bottom here. Obviously our surgeons aren't happy with that, but it also tends to break down the quality of the instrument. It is very tough. You cannot get any kind of a brush in between here, but the Minimax is a very good way in which to clean this as well. I place my hand so I can work the item as I'm cleaning it. I'll start off at the end, start to remove the bone and debris from down there. So, right down the side, right down the center here, and the debris falls out the other side into the sink, of course. Oftentimes, debris gets lodged down in between here, as well as often water stains, and debris on the cutting end. And again, the Minimax is an excellent use to clean items like this bone cutting rod. This is an item with multiple channels. It has some lure locks. It has a wide opening here, but then it gets narrow, and then it has some other holes that come out the end. So the Minimax is very good for this particular item because there can be debris up here, there can be debris all in here, and then as these channels get blocked shut, it tends to make it very hard to open them. So what we're going to do is we're going to inject the steam down the center lumen, and then we're going to inject the steam crosswise through the stopcocks and ensure that the levers are open. Many of our challenges today in sterile processing and decontamination are endoscopic equipment that have many channels like this, many lumens, and many moving parts. And so the Minimax allows you the freedom to be able to inject steam and clean out and blow out those areas that you need to. The next item that we're going to do, the sternal spreader oftentimes gets debris down in these crevices and also down in the blades. So we're going to continue on. Does down within the grooves, as you can see, the difference between getting that extra burst of steam and getting that clean down in there. So this is another. The gross contaminant. Again, this was a severely rusted instrument.
Put your soap and your brush on it.
Okay. Take our brush. Yes, I do believe you're right, Max. One of our biggest challenges in the hospital is cleaning some of the modular orthopedic instruments. And this is a tough challenge because the bone and a lot of the fatty tissue, of course, gets stuck in the holes here, in the slats. And it's very difficult to get brushes and items in there. So after you've soaked it in your enzyme, it's very easy just to take the Minimax. And you just insert it. In all of the areas, and as you can see, it not only cleans it, but it helps dry it so you don't get rust.
Corey, can you turn it up just a bit? I want to close in on one of those little sections in there.
This is called the speed block.
All right. I want to see if I can get in there. Now let's turn it the other side now, gently. Okay. That's about as close as I can get.
Is that it? Because I've got a couple other items in this tray. This is a challenge as well, and this is, of course, you know, can be filled with the tissue and, of course, the fat. It's very slick, and it's a tough item to clean. And so just by holding this and injecting the steam, does an excellent job. Once again, it's starting the drying process so that you don't get the accumulation of water in the
Corey, can I ask you a question? Normally, prior to the Minimax cleaner, how long would it have taken you just to clean that one part that's in your hand right now?
Oh, this item would take several minutes, at least 5 or so minutes. After you soak it, then you have to insert, you know, cleaning tools down in each one. But this slat, in particular, is very difficult to get any kind of a cleaning tool down in there. And of course now it's just very easy to take that right down in that.
How long do you think how long does it take you now to clean it with the Minimax?
Oh, it takes 30 seconds just basically to hit it, and it forces all of the items out as well as takes care of that greasy residue.
And you got perfection now, am I correct?
Absolutely. This is the best way to clean orthopedic implants that I have found in years. Some other items, of course, drill bits, and those types of items get debris down in there. And again, it's very greasy, slick. Again, this item now is very clean.
In a matter of seconds.
Free from debris in a matter of seconds. All right.
Okay.
And of course, items with lumens. This item, for instance, a block handle, and blood and debris can get down in there, and that's a very tough item to clean, as well as to get dry enough to be able to process. So we're going to do the same trick, and also it has a handle on it that can inhibit and hold on to the soil, and it's a really effective tool to use the Minimax on that handle. And notice the drying that's occurring. The power accentuator is in the off position so that you don't take a chance when you're changing this of engaging the steam. We're going to pull this back and insert, and then we're always going to test that to make sure we got a really good tight fit. Then we're going to switch ourselves back on.
Okay, beautiful.
This particular item is going to be, again, very helpful to get down into tight places. Again, we have that speed block that we cleaned before, but there's a couple of holes here that, as you can see, it's going to be very, very effective. Again, you can use this for that as well. Also, for anything that has a lumen, of course, we're going to be able to get way down in there now and get right to the end where the contamination could be stuck.
So you got an item very, very adaptable for those tiny little areas that are so difficult to get into and clean. Eliminate all the picking and fighting trying to get to the little corners.
Correct.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Now,
I'll take this
you've got
off.
disconnect the circuitry. Now this is the one that's got the lure lock fitting, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, this is specially designed with the lure lock fitting to be used on items, of course, with lure locks and or perhaps any items with stopcock type entrances.
Oh, that's great. That's great. You got now is the one with the big wide, long, wide, flat nozzle end, right?
Yes. This gives us a very nice spray, or a directional spray. If we were, say, for instance, cleaning the outside of this instant spray, blasting a wider area.
Oh, that's great.
Also good for the carts and other larger pieces of equipment where you want to get a little bit wider spray. And of course the nozzle is long so that your body mechanics, you know, you're not going to need to bend down quite as far with the longer nozzle as well.
And now are the drills that are used, okay? And can you show me the areas of blood that you're going to remove?
Yes.
Right on the handle, am I correct?
There's some blood on the handle here, of course. But one of the toughest places to clean, this is actually a sagittal saw, is in this area here where the blade is attached. And basically we have to, in order to get the blade in and out, you push this down, but this area in here is very tough to clean, and as you can see, there is debris all over this area.
Go right ahead. I'll stay close to you.
As you can see on our white towel, we obviously got some blood removed. And of course we can use our disinfectant and cleaning solution to wipe off the rest. But one of the toughest places, again, as I mentioned, is down inside this area here. And the Minimax allows us to shoot right through that area and get that part clean. Another difficult part is on this Hudson chuck key. And there will be blood, debris, and fatty tissue down in that area. And of course, we can shoot that very easily. And we've got some more debris removed, but it allows us to clean effectively down in that lumen. Now I recommend that you do a soak first in the enzymatic solution to loosen it, to allow the debris to freely float, and the Minimax as the last step to get that debris out. But again, being able to shoot down in that area and then have an instant drying effect is a very fast and efficient way to clean the power equipment that we also get. And this, as it says, you're not supposed to immerse, and so the cleaning of this item, oftentimes water gets down in here, but the Minimax allows you not to submerge this,